And we're back. It sounds, well, it seems like it's been the longest break of ever.
Counter-Strike history.
But yeah, but we're back anyway, and we're watching.
Big game on our hands. Risky Gaming versus MYF, I believe.
Yeah, so it's Risky Gaming versus MYF. And let's just have a look at the schedule here. Oh no, it's Risky Gaming versus Aimers.
Yeah, Aimers, sorry.
So Risky Gaming are the previous champions. They've also won the Zoe
Middle East Extreme.
Yeah, the Zoe Extreme LAN tournament, and they traveled to China. Unfortunately, they couldn't do much there, but they do add it to their experience tally, and they do represent the UAE in a number of ways. So we're happy to have them back on this tournament. Aimers, so I mean, we've heard about the couple of players on the team. But
Yeah, a few of the players, we saw them last time, and they would have had the last time. The worst player is actually one of the top we haven't confirmed him. The problem with using multi-aliases rather than the original.
oh, okay.
That
Yeah,
being
no,
said,
they tend to use a lot of aliases on the team. In any case,
coming in this game so far, I mean, we've seen frags on both sides. Havoc's picked up 4K. DK even picked up 4. On the other side, we've got Blackbeard right now with sitting on 6 frags, just mopping them up.
yeah, and if there's a team you want to watch out for this tournament, it's probably Risky. They're obviously, because they're champions, they come in here as favorites. If you want to see what good team movement, good team discipline seems like, you got to watch Risky. It seems like almost everything they do is well coordinated and it's got purpose. So the Aimers obviously come in knowing that they've got a big task ahead of them, but so far they're doing well. I mean, it's 2-2 and it's still early on, and it's Mirage.
Yeah, this is going to be a best out of 3. We got Mirage coming up first, followed by...
Was it Cash? Oh, was it Kobo? Oh no, Risky are too good at Kobo. I think it was Cash, but we could be wrong. Sorry guys,
we'll find out.
We go through a lot of maps a day and can't remember every single one of them.
Well, we do know the final decider, if it goes to the final map, will be my favorite, Overpass.
Yeah, I'm always happy to see Overpass as well. So we haven't seen a Dust 2, and that's quite common. Yeah, probably for the better. Did you see the Inferno map? They've recently released a game.
To do a combination between CS Source and 1.6 and at the same time use a lot of the new models from CSGO. I mean, Panano looks interesting, but as for second mid, I still think, I don't know, there's little ifs, buts and maybes. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how the pro teams react and what they can find to exploit or improvise on that map.
So back in 1.6, Inferno used to be one of my favorite maps.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's in fact, back then, I mean, before Nuke, for some reason Nuke used to be played in most finals.
Yeah, Source,
and then it disappeared for a while. But in 1.6, Nuke was really one of the favorites. And Inferno was also up there, you know. Every time I see Inferno, I get this nostalgic feeling. I miss it.
I just realized we actually have an interesting duo on the casting desk for you viewers today. We've got a 1.6 veteran in itself in the Middle East. We've got Bamborino. And I myself have played in Counter-Strike Source scene for nearly 9 years.
Yeah, we've got a good number of years experience here on the casting deck.
Yeah, we've got 1.6 on the Saucer casting CSGO. What is happening, Bambo?
Yeah, previously the best player in the MENA region, Bambar.
Well, I'm sure Corona will disagree.
I think I'm too old for Krona. Krona, sorry if you're here.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Yep.
That
But
being
no
said,
love- no
we have
love
a game
lost.
of Counter-Strike on our hands. But that game has
we
been
do.
paused.
It is paused though, and we're waiting on the admins to see what's going on here.
And we are back. Sorry for technical error. We will be coming back now. It's the 7th round, 4-2 to Risky coming into the Terra side. Both teams now got their economies a little bit somewhere. I mean, both got gun, both got utility to work with. Looks like Risky going for a quick cash peak. They've already got 1 out on A. But they haven't caught any of the rotations from CT. They're still holding. Still keeping their composure. Criminal just wait.
Yeah, no, I mean, no signs of commitment yet. Yeah, Risky have kept the C4 back in base.
Yeah, but they're not committing anywhere until they know they have the site. It's a very smart play. This is from a team you know has been working and working.
Yeah, and I mean, they were kind of baiting that move from Criminal, and they do get in it. And they should be, I mean, they've got enough room to just jump into B and get the bomb down. They're still taking that cautiously, but they're going to do it without saying it. You're going to see a couple of the aimers guys coming through shop and rotate.
Very smart play in groceries. Supermarket or groceries?
Bomb has been planted.
So good exchange here in shop, and Risky getting the benefit of that exchange. Noble will do the obvious thing to do here, and that's probably back off and save the M4. Live to fight another day, so it's going to be another round for Risky.
Always go ahead on one. If you look at this counter-terrorist economy,
What are we looking at?
Terrorists win.
you see that very, very tight as it is. And it is a gun.
Yeah, I mean, Risky are going to be quite comfortable for a couple of rounds. They've got that reserve they can fall back on. But again, to be honest, with a team like Risky, you don't expect them to need a reserve. But let's see. I mean, maybe aimers can give them a good fight. Here we go. Just made
Fags
up.
everywhere. Just fags everywhere. Everyone's dying. This player is on 12 HP. Small havoc. Does not take it out. They have got a bomb in their control. There's something going for them.
Yeah, and well, look at those HPs. So there's less than 30 HP combined on Aimer's side, and less than, let's say, 80 HP combined on the Risky side. Interestingly enough, Breaker's got enough patience to probably rotate around, and he does have 1 minute, and that's a smart thing to do. He's going to take his time and rotate. Meanwhile, Havoc is going to hold Palace.
Is Noble going to be expecting this or not?
Yeah, Havoc has a very expensive peak deep, but he gets the better of Noble. That's a beautiful hit by Havoc. Both teams still taking their time. And there's 30 seconds left. Well, they're both angled from a similar spot now. The smoke is going to come in. Havoc knows he needs to go, but it does go down. It's going to be an awkward hit for Breaker. There's 10 seconds left. Breaker needs to do this now. Does get the C4. He's got 6 seconds. I don't think the worst players realize it yet. He thinks he's got this round. He's going to be in for a surprise. The bomb goes down on the last second. And the worst player is going to be a little disappointed. But he was outsmarted by Breaker there. Very well played by Breaker. Being patient, not getting the fight, getting that bomb down. No, he's got to see this through. He's just going to play the time and try and avoid the worst player.
Terrorists
Wow.
win.
An awkward exchange that sees Breaker really get the better of the worst player. So a very long round. It seemed like it lasted forever. And in fact, the C4 was planted on the last second, extending the round even further.
Well played. Now going into the night now. Both teams pulling out all the guns now. Double up set for the CTs. We've got one off from Breaker who isn't and has proven it time and time again. He is a force to be reckoned with when he has that gun in his hands. They are leaving the bomb B apartments and they look to be spread out around mid. Trying to find that opening, trying to find the cave. No damage. Nobles are now playing very passive. Push gets the first enemy.
Noble tries to get that Havoc through that narrow corridor, but unsuccessful hit so far. Risky so far managing to get the better of the exchange here. Very well timed. Oh wow, and aimers are just going down across the map. And you can see that Risky have made themselves some space on A, and they will be getting the C4 down.
Yeah, same as on straight away just saying, okay, let's go for the save. We've got 2 AWPs, let's not drop them.
Why not?
Expensive.
Oh wow, Havoc.
And
That's that criminal. It's a 5v1 situation, and nobody would want to be in Noble's place right now. There's 3 players in closing in. Well, it actually does go down to Noble. Another kill here, but he doesn't. And Havoc puts this round to an end. 7-2 for Risky. Nades coming down through mid. It's picked off by Risky Breaker.
Because AWP. Oh. He hits the most insane shots, and there goes Blackbeard getting a 1-day on the Kit Kat.
And again, you know, Aimers have been extremely conservative time and time again. Around. But they've just been getting picked off across the map from Risky. It's times like these where when you're a CT and you're getting picked off on the slow approach, where you know you might want to mix things up a little bit, really test your opponents.
Oh yeah, perfect chance to get a little aggressive push, try and get an information tactic instead. They're very conservative and just letting Risky have full control over the map. Noble does pick up 35 on the Kit Kat.
Criminal being a little aggressive there does pay off for him. I mean, I was just talking about that. It did pay off for him. And now Risky are having to be on the back foot on the push.
Havoc and Tongs are still amazing aimers. You can't count them out.
Oh wow, beautiful pick on Noble. What a hit. Yeah, I mean, Havoc's just taking them down one by one here. They need to be a little bit, I mean, this is where they need to be a little conservative. Wait on Havoc to make the move rather than peeking corners. Here we go. Major break here. Blackbeard does very well to take out Havoc, but gets picked up by Toshi. The worst player seals around, making it 8-3 in favor of Risky.
Now it's 8-3 scoreline so far. Risky in the lead. Both the teams got the money to work with to get the guns utilities. 2 kits and camp terrace. No complaining. We are going to see a switch up from Risky. We're going to go for an aggressive push here, it looks like. Maybe an execute. Yeah, you see we're lining up for the smokes and flashes. Question is, what does pay off? Santos ready with a win. Hotels and schools flashes all come out raining down. Straightforward, wanted by criminal.
We're playing, I mean, Criminal needs to land it. Oh, he almost takes out Carry Bob. And now it's not, I mean, I'm wondering what Dajjal has still positioned himself on the back of Van and B. I mean, sure, they haven't spotted C4, but there's enough movement to indicate some sort of rotation.
It's very smart. Because they haven't spotted the C4, this is why they're still stuck with one CT on the B bomb site.
So-
in the backstab.
I mean, a shout out to our viewers. If you're still watching with us, you're awesome. You've been with us all day probably. And we're still going to have, I mean, we still have the semifinals coming up and the grand finals and the third place playoffs. So do stay with us. There's a lot more CSGO coming up. And yeah, you're awesome for staying tuned, guys.
Shout out to Twitch.
Shout
To all
out.
our viewers.
Shout out to our Twitch viewers.
Guys doing MVPs. Yep. Want to make it all happen.
Sure, it's a humble number right now, but hey, we'll take them.
Bomb has been planted.
So the bomb is down. Everyone's being a little cautious about it. The C4 within grasping reach for the worst player.
Spotted carry Bob.
Yeah, Havoc's just going to be around the corner to put a couple of bullets in the. Well, I mean, he does incentivize himself to go for the defuse, but he's picked here. Whoa, he does very well, and he could go for the defuse here, and he
Not gonna
does.
break it, and he's gonna hold it.
And he does get the defuse. Beautifully played by the worst player, Toxie, managing to get that knife in, but a little too late. So that kill on Havoc was very important. It's very well anticipated by, who was it? Was it Criminal that was planning? I think it was. It was very well anticipated by Criminal to take Havoc out.
Just curious if Tox threw away that round in favor of taking the life kill.
Yeah, I think he knew that the C4 was being defused, and Toxie thought, you know what? Why don't I just knife him? Make something else out of the round. Both teams once again being a little cautious. No one coming through mid. I mean, Blackbeard is watching short. I wonder if he noticed both risky players behind the mid boxes.
Well, he's going to go down on one. Havoc
Yeah, Havoc.
him out.
Yeah, Havoc will
Put down 23 points of health. Criminal takes another one, but Breaker's quick to respond. Good trade bags coming in from Risky so far. Every time they lose a man, they take a man in return. They're not giving away any free kills as of yet.
And I mean, aimers are pretty stretched now. They're forced to leave 2 and A as the Jam's got the crazy job of keeping B secure of risky terrorists.
And slowly making his way up to B.
Yeah, C4 is slowly going to be making its way up to B, and
It's a smart call for the rotation.
yeah, Noble's getting into position. It's probably the best they could do by now, leaving one player in A.
The Jazz has been hiding.
Zion can do a lot of damage here. He does. Beautiful. I mean,
That composure, absolutely amazing.
I
He's
mean,
kept his cool and was able to clutch out that.
yeah, they're going to be blaming the first peeker there. He didn't watch right under Van, and once your first player moves in, you think you think it's all clear. And I mean, I think the gentleman could have waited a little bit longer before he started spraying, but he did, and it worked out perfectly for him.
Just as Tonks turned around, just look and see him in the face with this boom got headshot.
Yeah, and it helps to have a submachine gun in that range. Gentleman again
Yeah,
pulling up some
starting
momentum
early.
to get that kill. Yeah, Risky are going to have to put in some effort here.
Tonks takes one in return, now back to a 4-4. Breaker also takes one of his own.
Looks like he's going to get another one here. Criminal gets the better of him though. Some smokes coming in from Toxie. Looks like they're going to be making a move on to A. Criminal. He's smoked out and forced to fall back.
CZ smoke is so important. He could have had at least a bit of a chance to fight off. Because of that Nectar and jungle. Just forces CZ to stand there and not have a clue what's going on inside. Very important.
Yeah, that's the difference between a smoke and no smoke, right?
Exactly.
It's makes such a big difference.
Very, very important.
reach him. He's quite comfortable behind the boxes.
They call it firebox for a reason, Bambi.
Terrorists win.
So it looks like it's the last round
Of the first half.
for the first half. And to be honest, I mean, look, I do think this is a CT map. It's, yeah, I mean, it's almost a CT map, in my opinion. But I'm still,
I'm sure Virtus Pro Navi and SK would disagree with you there. But I think this is more of a team-based map in general, you know? It's like one of those maps where based on the how they play and their aggressiveness, that can go favor for anyway.
no, sure. I mean, I don't think it's a Kobo, right? It's, sure, it is a team map. But I'm not sure if, I mean, I have a lot more work to do than that. And Risky, as of now, are in the lead on T side. And to be honest, I expected a broader lead. So I think gamers are doing quite well. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do in the first couple of rounds of the second half. As of now, it looks like it's going to be 10-5 for Risky.
Terrorists win.
And it is. It's 10-5 for Risky coming into the second half. Aimers are going to have to, you know, carry a lot more of the weight here. If they secure that first round, which is, we know is extremely important, they might just have enough momentum to secure a couple of rounds. But to actually take Risky out of this map, it's, I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't completely rule it out.
This is one of the beautiful things about Counter-Strike Bambi. And if you can have,
Sure.
we've seen time and time again the underdogs coming out of nowhere and just stomping the whole entire tournament. Question is, will Aimers be one of those underdog dark horse teams?
And you can see Aimers being bundled up here on the way to A. And they're just coming in guns blazing. I mean, Risky have left it open up for them. I'm not sure if this was done purposefully. You're going to see Toxie firing in a couple of really damaging bullets from here. He just managed to pick off Noble.
There's only a second one as well.
And again, through the smoke. Toxie, I'm not sure how he's managing to get those skills, but he still is. And
Still don't have the bomb down there.
yeah,
This is
you've
very
got Criminal and the worst player running around like headless chickens now on A. They're surrounded from almost every side. And I mean, Risky left A side open for them almost intentionally. They invited them in and then dealt a lot of heavy blows. And this is going to be a 3v1 situation. The worst player doesn't even have the support. It's going to be a job. It's very difficult. And Toxie, well, I mean, Toxie just got an ace.
That's something.
So, congratulations, Toxie. So, coming on to the 17th round.
I've seen
Aimers.
the Eco coming in, just a couple of, what, Tech 9, couple of Digs, couple of P250s, head armor though. It's always interesting. So they are going to invest. They do have flash, and they may make an execute play. But one, oh, there's the one flash. Need to come down.
Gamers didn't get the first round they were really hoping for. Let them try their luck. Toxie managing to deal some more damage. You know, Blackbeard's coming in from connection. Much more than gets spotted in by Toxie. So it's a clean round for CT side here, making it 12-5 for Risky.
No, they are going to go for the underpass. But they have got one CT very aggressively on mid right now. Havoc managed to get all the information needed to know that it's going to be a bad. This is important right now. They just completely creep behind the CT's Wilder as a casualty running up mid. very interesting play. But Havix can break a quick take. Tongs very patient in sight, kept his composure, managed to pick up that. And now CTs have the bomb and Criminals just... Well,
He's just
Criminal
going to
has
try
a
and
Glock.
knife someone.
He has a Glock. He has a very pretty knife and he has a Glock.
I'm not sure he's going to get what he's looking for here.
Yeah. If I had to bet money, Criminals
About to get a
probably
headshot.
going to get an ace. I believe, Bambi. I believe. If he wants
Well,
to.
he's going to try something a little tricky here. And he's got a large number of players. Yeah. That was a little awkward. Pulled out the Glock at just the wrong time. And I wonder if he was trying to do the knife jump shot there. So we're at the 19th round, and Risky so far seems to be the favorite. Criminal with some unattractive spray, but does the job there, getting 2 off Team Risky.
Risky will take you on the retake. Well, it's spread out. They're trying to cover the angles.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb will go down. He does have 2 kits up and do have some Molotovs and flashes to be able to clear out the site and know where they're not going to be at least. There we see the Molotovs running around right there. Yeah, okay. Quick take down.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of action going on in this 1-1 situation. Yeah, he's going to try and go for the defuse.
And he does catch
That's,
the
that, I mean, that's beautifully played, to be honest. Even had enough time to. Yeah, that's.
And insult injury he survives at the end as well.
Very well played by Risky there, and it's 14-5, and 1 step closer to securing the draw.
Behind the 20th round, it's the first match, the best of 3. Yardage Genesis Counter-Strike G-Force Middle Eastern Cup, hosted by CSL. Let's get 2, but this time this quick take him down. It's a 1-on-2 situation. DJ does not have the bomb and he needs to get the bomb back quick.
Counter-terrorists win.
Very well played on the trading pack.
Yeah, I think Jamed, despite him being on the bottom of the scoreboard, I think he's produced perhaps the kills with most value for his team.
Oh, certainly, he's playing some very good rounds so far for his team. Kept it close, but now the match point now for Risky. While Amos still need 10 more match points to be able to come back towards the overtime. Very high mountain to play.
I mean, this match is getting 1 step closer to moving us to the next map. So this is the first map in Team Risky here at the NVIDIA GeForce Cup. Noble lurking behind that smoke. He should be expecting company. Foxy is going to be spraying through smoke. These shots are ineffective. Here we go. Foxy getting the better of Noble in that exchange. Breaker with a beautiful hit. Criminal needs to be careful coming in. This is a hit, and this makes it 16-5 for Team Risky. So first map done.